Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kyle Riker back at you with another video review, and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. It's time for another review. This time we'll be taking a look at the AEW Unmatched Series 1, The Natural, Dustin Rhodes. Yes, finally, this was a long-awaited figure I've been trying to track down for a while. For one reason or another, this was the hardest figure to find from Unmatched Series 1. But as of lately, my Walmart has been restocking this set like no other. Like every week, there's like another case of this set in stock. And because of that, this figure is becoming very easy to find nowadays. So if you're still looking for them, check your Walmarts. You never know. Anyways, I'm very excited to have this with the updated look with the blue and black. Very cool figure. And I'm happy to see like what they did to improve this figure over his last figure, which was the Unrivaled Series 2. But we'll get into that later on. But before we do so, take a look at this gorgeous packaging first. Now, I love this packaging. It's probably my favorite AEW packaging. It really stands out with the black and silver and the blue background. It just really sticks out on the shelf. The gold from the Unrivaled, it kind of blends into the shelf a little bit. Whereas this, it really stands out. You just got that freaking awesome picture of Dustin there. It says Dustin Rhodes. Number 5, Series 1. Same thing on the side over here. His letter is a G. And then on the back has a picture of Dustin there. This is from All Out 2020. And then the other figures in the set, we got Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Miro, Dr. Britt Baker, of course Dustin, and the LJ and Cody. I've already done reviews of Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Britt Baker, and the LJ and Cody. I do have both versions of that, by the way. I got the Walmart exclusive with the red. So I did reviews of Cody, Britt, Darby, and Kenny. So if you have not seen those reviews, check those out. They're in my AEW playlist. Miro is the only one I don't have, but I'm very mixed on him. I'm not too sure about that figure, but much like Dustin, he's becoming a little bit more easy to find. So I don't know, who knows, maybe I might give that figure a chance and I'll review him, but we'll see. Anyways, that does it for the packaging, so let's open up Dustin Rhodes and see what we got. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we have the natural Dustin Rhodes out of the packaging, and damn, Jaguars really stepped up their game with this figure. I mean, this is a much better figure than the Unrivaled Series 2 Dustin. So far, I honestly have no complaints with it, but so far it looks fantastic. All right, first up, another difference is that he comes with accessories this time. The Series 2 did not. And he comes with 2 pairs of hands. He has the standard gripping hands, and he has more wide open hands, which look really cool with the blue and the silver. Fingers seem to be a little bit warped, so I have to take a hairdryer to fix that out and straighten it, but they look really cool with the blue and silver. That's really nice. And then he does come with an alternate head, which I am going to warn you, this was a pain in the butt to take out of the packaging. I mean, man, it's like in there. Like, you have to like really get in there and like dig it out. Like, it's like stuck in there. So, pain in the butt. Anyways, head sculpt is great. This is the same head sculpt we saw with the Series 2, but the printing on the eyes was done much better with this one. And he also comes with a screaming head sculpt, which usually I hate screaming head sculpts on figures because they always do it so over the top. It looks silly. But this one is excellent. Whoops. Like, it's not too over the top. It just looks just right. Very cool. I might use the screaming head for my shelf display. But I love the blue, you know, with the red outline, the black. Looks really, really cool. Good job on the hair. Unfortunately, the blue's it bled over, but that's fine. Good work on the tattoos. Has the picture of his daughter there with the Perseverance tattoo, which is covered up by the wrist tape, but that's okay. And then the other tattoos, it's got the angel holding his daughter there. Now, unfortunately, I got bad ones, like really sloppy. If you compare it to Series 2, it's not. Like, you can see everything just fine, so maybe I probably just got a bad one. But tattoos still look good. It does have the angel holding his daughter back there. It's got the cross on the back there. Now onto the bodysuit. Nice throwback to his natural Dustin Rhodes character from WCW. with the bird here on the chest, because he used to have that on his boots back then. It's called a Screaming Eagle. So that's a nice throwback. Like, I like to call this the throwback attire because there's so many throwbacks to his other characters, and this is one of them with the Screaming Eagle. So that's really cool. It's got the six-pack and everything on there. Very nice. It's got the spinal column. It says natural back here. Moving down, same thing. And then the boots, we got more throwbacks. We got the Texas Longhorn character. It says natural down there. But so we got the Texas Longhorn, which of course goes back to his Texas roots, as well as the natural Dustin Rhodes character from WCW, where he was a cowboy, and he always had this on his gear, so that's very nice. And on the other one, it says natural, of course, and it's got the video camera, which is a throwback to his Goldust character from WWE. If you remember, in the when the Goldust character first started in the mid-90s, it was more obsessed with making films in Hollywood. So you could say it was like a Hollywood director character, so that's where that camera came from. So it's really cool to never forget where you came from, you know, by including all these references. That's very cool. Very awesome figure. My only complaint with it is the tattoos. I wish they were done a little bit better. Like, it's, I don't know, it just feels a little sloppy. Anyways, this figure feels much better in the hand, though. It doesn't feel like a statue. Like, the Series 2 felt like a statue. Like, you can barely move it. This one, it moves a little bit better, but still not perfect. For comparison, here he is with the Unrivaled Series 2. Because not everybody wants to see it. Like, did they fix his height problem? And yes, they did a little bit. Not as tall as the Series 2, but this one feels much more natural, no pun intended, like in terms of his height. But they look really good. You know, I still think both are great figures in their own way with the outfits. And you see what I mean with the faces, the way they did the face printing is much better, especially on his left eye. Now, one thing I also want to mention is probably my favorite thing about this figure is that whenever they've done figures of Dustin over the years, didn't matter what it was, whether it was this Dustin or the Goldust character, it didn't matter who did it, like who made it, whether it was Jakks Pacific, Mattel, or even Jazzwares, they were never able to capture how shiny his spandex bodysuits were until now with this figure. Like, they did like a wash to it to really bring out the shiny on the spandex. They were not able to do it on Series 2, and we sure as hell didn't get it on the Goldust figures from WWE back in the day. So I'm glad they were able to do that, because that was one of the things that always bothered me. Because I just seen the picture, his bodysuit is like really, really shiny. I was like, man, I wish they could capture that on the figure. Well, they finally did. So I'm so glad they fixed the height and they did that with the shiny on the spandex suit. Like I said, this is still a great figure. So if you like the red gear, this is still a great figure to get. If you don't mind the height problem. Articulation, pretty standard for the AEW figure. It's still meh. It still feels hindered, but not as bad as the Series 2 was. Head rotates 360, has the hinge at the neck, so it can go up and down. Arms 360, in and out. Rotate the bicep, double jointed elbow. Rotate the wrist and hinge with the ratcheting joint. Love that. Has the upper torso joint. There we go. Much more flexible. Kind of swivel waist. Legs forward that far and back to the original position. In and out. Thigh. Double jointed knee. Swivel the boot. Hinge at the ankle. And then the ankle pivot. So the articulation on this figure is a little bit better than the Series 2. But it's still a little bit hindered. But either way, still a much improved figure compared to his last one. And this might be the hidden gem of the series. So final thoughts. Excellent figure. Definitely a big improvement over his previous figure. It's still not perfect, like I said, especially with the articulation. And the tattoos are a little bit sloppy on this one. But that's okay. Still a great figure. I love his updated outfit. I'm glad they fixed the height problem, and I like the option of the interchangeable heads and the hands too. Like, it's really cool figure. And I love they were finally able to capture the shiny spandex on the outfit this time. So like I said, great figure. This might be the underrated figure of the set. Like everybody loves the Kenny Omega and the Darby and the Britt, but this is still a really great figure. So I'd say this is probably one of the must-have figures, especially if you're a Dustin Rhodes fan or Goldust fan. So I'd say if you're like me and your stores are restocking Unmatched Series 1, get out there and pick up this figure. I mean, you won't regret it. I mean, this is a great figure. So definitely pick them up if you can. Anyways, that pretty much does it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. And thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check out my other AEW reviews on my AEW playlist, especially Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Britt Baker, and the LJ and Cody from this specific set. And also, you're definitely going to want to subscribe and stay tuned for my next review, which may be either tomorrow or next week, you never know. And that is the other figure I picked up this week along with Dustin at Walmart, and that is the Unmatched Series 2 Wardlow, which I got a funny story about this one. One of them involves really ticking off a customer. Like, he got really mad at me for finding this figure. But that's a funny story. So if you want to hear that story, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my review of Wardlow. Like I said, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. Weekly reviews of WWE action figures, AEW action figures, toy hunts, stop motions, and more. So be sure to subscribe and so you don't miss it. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care.